Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to learn how to upload files to SharePoint document library using PnP PowerShell. Now, you might wonder why we need to use PnP PowerShell to upload the files when we can simply drag and drop them. Well, if you need to upload hundreds of files automatically and doing it manually becomes time consuming. And also, with PnP PowerShell, you can automate the process, check if a file already exists, and even we can update the metadata during the upload. So now let's jump into the video and we will look at the PowerShell commands to upload the files to your SharePoint document library step by step. So this is the PnP PowerShell command add-pnp file which upload a file to the SharePoint library. So here they have mentioned the syntax if you want to upload a file. So we need to mention the path, folder, and the new file name, checkout, check-in comment, all these things they have mentioned. And if you want to upload a file from stream or create or update a file from the text, you can follow these syntaxes. And so under the example, let's understand this first one. So what they have mentioned, add a -pnp file, and they took two parameters, path and folder. So for the path parameter, they have provided the source URL path, means where the file is present in the local system. And then for the folder, they have mentioned this destination source path, so where we want to upload the file. So only this syntax also will upload the file to our document library. And in case if you want to upload update the metadata while uploading the file, so this example 3 will help you. So here you can see there is a values parameter. So within that they have provided the metadata modified with the hard coded data. So whenever this sample dot document file is uploaded to the shared documents, that time this modified metadata also updated with this value provided. So this way we can simply upload a file. Now let me show you the actual example. So here I created a SharePoint document library in this site. So my document library name is expense documents. And here in the local folder, I have expense report files. All are the PDF files only. Now we will work on this one. Okay, now let's see the actual code implementation in the Visual Studio Code. So here I am using VS Code to run the PowerShell script. You can also use the Windows PowerShell ISE. So let's understand this code first. Okay, now you can see I have used that add-pnp file command, which is taking the path as a local file path. And here I have mentioned where my file is located, and then the for the folder I am providing the library path. So in this SharePoint site, as we have seen, expense document is the destination path. Now so I have provided the document library name. And in case if you have any folder within this library, and then you can simply provide expense documents hyphen that folder name. So within that folder this file will be uploaded. And to run the PowerShell script, we need that Microsoft Entra ID, right? So in the client ID variable, I stored my application ID. And if you don't know how to generate, how to register an application ID, in the description box below, I will provide a link. You can follow those guidelines and you can create one application ID to interact with the SharePoint using PnP PowerShell. And in the site URL, I have provided my SharePoint site URL. So by using this connect-pnp online command, I am connecting with the SharePoint site by providing the site URL and the client ID and then interactive mode. So while running this PowerShell script, I can able to connect with the account which is having the permission with this client ID. Now let's run this code. You can able to see one pop-up window will come. It is showing please log in for the PnP PowerShell. I will choose the user which is having permission. And here you can able to see the output message file name it was showing, and the type is the file, and item size is this much, and the last modified it is taking the current date. Now let's check the SharePoint library. I will just refresh the site, and here you can see that expense report underscore 2 file has uploaded, and the modified a few seconds ago means the correct date it is showing. Now we will see how to upload, as we discussed in this one, how to upload the metadata while uploading the file to this document library. So for that one, we have to use the values parameter, right? Before that, we will see what are the metadata we can update while uploading this one. So here I have two different files. One is the, sorry, I have two different columns. One is the expense type, which is a choice column. You can able to see here the values are travel, meals, and office appliances. And then the status values are approved, rejected, and pending. So these are the metadata, expense type, and status. We can also update this modified metadata. Now we will see in the values parameter I have provided within the curly braces. For the modified date I took like this. Let me change this one to 2025. The modified date I have given the hard coded date, and the expense type is travel, and status is approved. Now I saved this file. Let me run one more time. So here you can see, okay, I didn't change the file name, so it is updated the previous one. But also here you can see the last modified date, whatever I have provided here, that one only present. Let's check that one. So it won't upload another file, but the previous one only overread. So here you can see for this file, the modified date is June 28th, and expense type is travel and approved. Let's skip that one. And in this local path, we can see five are there, right? I will try to upload one, and then I will change this date, and this status also I will change to pending. Now let's run this code. So this time it will add another file, which is a expense report one. Now let's see here. Just refresh the site. So you can see expense report underscore one file also uploaded with the updated metadata. So modified date and expense type and status all are updated. So previously you have seen, right? I uploaded this expense report file, and again when I run, it is overriding the previous one with the new one. So in order to avoid this one, we can also, before uploading only, we can check whether this file is present or not in the destination path, means the document library. So for that one, let me show you the code. So in PnP PowerShell, we are using get-pnp folder item command to check in the destination path whether the file, whatever we are going to upload with that file name is present or not. So in this document library, to fetch what are the items present, whether in the document library or within the folder, we can use this command. So it will list the files and subfolders present in a folder. So the syntax they have provided, and you can go through this one. Let me show you the actual code I have written for this. So as we discussed it previously, the site URL, client ID, local file path, and the library path are same only. In the file name variable, you can see I am using system.ip.path, which is used to get the only path name. So get file name is there, right? For that one, I have provided this local file path. So it will only take the file path name. And then we are connecting with the SharePoint site, and after connecting using the get-pnp folder item command, which I have shown previously, we are checking folder site URL path, we are providing the library path, and the item type is a file, and we are filtering whether the name is equal to the file name which we have taken from this local file path. Now if it is there, then this file exist variable contains some value. So this variable is containing some value, then it will show that file with that name is already exist in this library path. So it will directly show in this document library that file is already present. In case if it is not there, then as usual we are using the add-pnp file command to upload the files. And here also I am updating with the metadata like expense type and status. Okay, now let me change the status as a rejected. Now I saved the changes. Let me run this one. Now here you can see I am providing the expense report underscore to file name, right? So this file we already uploaded in the document library, this one. So it is showing file expense report underscore to already exist in the expense document library. Now let me provide another one. Okay, this one also present. So you can see already exist. Now I will provide the 3, because this underscore 3 file also there in the local file path, as you can see here. Let me run this code. Now here you can see it is showing the message uploading a file. So this write host whatever we've written, that is showing, and after it is added, it is showing the name of the file and the type of the file, item size, and the last modified date. Now let's check the document library. I refresh it. So the modified date we didn't updated anything. So the it is taking the current date and the expense type and this status. So whatever values we have provided in this one, that one only it is updated. So till now we have seen how to upload a file and how to upload a file with metadata and how to check a file if it is already exist. If not, how we can upload the file. So now we will see how to upload multiple files to document library. So right now I have only these many files. Let me remove all these files. Now the document library is empty, and in the local file path we have 5 files, right? We will see now how to upload all these files at a time to the document library and also update the metadata. So for that one here I have already written the code. So let's understand this one. Okay. Now, as in the previous code, the site URL, client ID, local folder path, and library path are same only. So the library path contains the document library and local folder path where our folders the files are stored. So here I haven't mentioned the exact file name because we are going to upload all the files present in this expense documents folder. So within this one, you can see the folder name expense documents, right? In this folder, whatever the files present, all we need to upload into document library. And then using the connect hyphen PnP online command, I am connecting with the SharePoint. And here you can see get hyphen child item command I have used to fetch what are the files present in this local folder path. So for that path, I have provided this variable name and force and recursive. So these will recursively check all the files iterate over the directory and fetch each file. So for this get child item, you can see here they have mentioned it gets the items and child items in one or more specified location. So they have given the syntax also path and if filter include exclude and recursive depth force, and so based on our requirement we can use. And then so what this command will fetch all the files present in this local folder path and that will be stored in this files variable. Now if the files dot count is equal to 0, which means there is no item present in this folder, which is an empty folder. In those cases, instead of getting the system errors, we are only writing no files found in this local folder path. And in case if it is present, then we are iterating over the files present in this files variable, and this file will take each file. Now while uploading each file, it will display the message which file we are going to upload, and using the add hyphen pnp file command we are uploading the file to the document library. So for the path from this file we are taking the direct name, which is nothing but this dot d will come, and then the slash file dot name. So whatever the file it is uploading, that file name it will come. So one by one it will upload, and the folder is normal as usual like the library path, so where we are going to upload the file. Now let me run this code once. Local file path, this one and along with this message, both are coming at a time. So like that's why it is coming like this. Now let's check the document library once. I refresh the site. You can see all the files are uploaded. I think we didn't provide any metadata here for this add PNP file. So that's why the metadata is not uploaded. But I already show you right how to upload metadata. So in these cases, we can for all these files only one metadata will come because this is the only command we are iterating for each file, right? If we want to see that one also, just copy this one and here I am providing that. So for whatever the file we are uploading, for each file, the modified date will be this one and expense type will be travel and the status will be pending. Now, one more time, let me run this one. You can see this time the modified, like the metadata will be updated. Okay, now the metadata is updated for each file. So this way we can simply use the PnP PowerShell command to upload the file. I hope you understand how to use PnP PowerShell command to upload the files. And thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe our channel.